Better stop being hard-headed, stinks. Why y'all think some of y'all be going off on your kids and whipping your kids and yelling at your kids? Because you actually care about what they're doing. If you didn't care about what they were doing, you let them do what they want to do. Some of y'all was raised where your parents let you do what you wanted to do. You were raised like that. You do what you want. They don't care. That's why when a lot of people get older, that's why they don't like strictness. Because I want to be free to do what I want to do. Because you don't actually care about yourself. And that's what's wrong with black people, man. We stop loving ourselves, stop respecting ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So therefore we turn around and teach that to our children. He says, search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. And you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you. Come on out here to Proverbs 27, since I mentioned this. We done looked at it before. In a couple different ways. We're going to look at it real fast, like, real quick, like. Proverbs 27 and about verse 4. About verse 5, actually. Proverbs 27 and 5. Listen what it say now. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Now, anybody remember what that means on a spiritual level? I just want to make sure you remember. We're not going to go into it in great detail. Anybody remember what that means? What you think that means? Now, don't you know he said that open rebuke is better than secret love? See, you turn around, right? I'm going to show you something since it's in my mind. Open rebuke is better than secret love, right? See, you know, a lot of times, man, come over here to 1 Timothy chapter 5. 1 Timothy chapter 5. Make sure this is what I want. 1 Timothy chapter 5 about verse 17. He said, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and in doctrine. For the scripture said, thou shalt not muzzle the ox that tread out the corn, and the laborer is worthy of his reward. Against an elder receive not an accusation, but before 2 or 3 witnesses. What do you think this means? They say before an elder receive not an accusation, except you got 2 or 3 witnesses. What do you think he's trying to tell you right here? What is Paul trying to express to you? This ain't that difficult, gentlemen. What he's basically telling you is a pastor, a bishop, a shepherd, that just, if somebody says something against them, just don't go for it unless you got 2 or 3 witnesses to back that up. You know how some people be making accusations against certain preachers that don't have no evidence to back, and some people be stupid enough to take it and run with it? Oh, pastor stole money out the treasury. Oh, he did, and then they go tell everybody else, but yet you didn't. So he's telling you, if somebody come and say something against the preacher, don't accept that unless it's 2 or 3 people with it. And even then you're going to have to verify it, because we know in our law all matters were established by 2 or 3 witnesses. So that means we ought to pull them out and make sure they ain't bringing forth no false witness. You know what I'm saying? See, you want to sit back and see an example of that? Go to Matthew 27. He said, don't receive, but he said, against the elder, receive not an accusation. That means you ain't supposed to take that. You ain't supposed to believe that. Matthew 26, my apologies. And 57. And they that laid hold on Yahushua led him away to Caiaphas, the high priest, where the scribes and elders were assembled. But Peter followed him afar off unto the high priest's palace, and went in and sat with the servants to see the end. Now the chief priests and elders and all the council saw false witness against Yahushua to put him to death, but found none. Yea, though many false witnesses came, yet found they none. And at the last came 2 false witnesses, and said, this fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of Elohim and build it in 3 days. And the high priest arose and said unto him, answer thou nothing. What is it which these witness against thee? So even when you see with them, the high priest didn't receive this accusation except 2-3 people came to him about it with an elder. Because remember, hold what you got. Look at 1 Peter chapter 2 just so you can see how humble she acted as an elder. Just so you can see. Because remember, what Pilate kept asking, well, what has the man done? He wasn't just receiving no accusation because of one person told him that. He said, well, what has he done? 1 Peter 2 and about 24. It's going back to what we heard in Proverbs 27:6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, right? He said, who his own self bare our sins in his own body on the tree. We being dead to sins should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye were healed. For ye was as sheep going astray, but now returned unto the shepherd and bishop of your souls. Well, we know Mashiach, we know Yahusha is the chief shepherd, the chief elder, right? He's the first and the last, right? Firstborn of all creation, elder, soul, the young. And we sit back and see that those wounds that he received, they were faithful. But let's also see again how this the faithful are the wounds of a friend, right here in Revelation chapter 3 and verse 1. This goes for everybody, myself included. Y'all gotta remember, man, don't let nobody take your crown. You gotta remember to go back to your first love. See, let's look at Revelation 3 and 1. Look what the Lord takes. We still holding Proverbs 27, 1 Timothy chapter 5. It said, unto the Malachi of the synagogue in Sardis, right? These things saith he that hath the 7 spirits of Elohim and the 7 stars. I know thy works, thou hast a name, thou live and art dead. Now we already know this. How are you living and are dead? Man, he said, I know you live, but you dead. That's not what we're talking about. You alive, you dead because you don't have life in you. Remember we were just looking at last Wednesday? We know that the Ruach of the Almighty has given me life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people walk around, they were walking dead. They alive, but they dead. Because the living God don't dwell in them. Where the Spirit of the Almighty is, there is life. See, y'all are wise enough and aware enough to know that a lot of people scream that they got this man's spirit in them, but it don't reside in them. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't even know the first and foremost the framework to be able to receive it. Y'all know all these people be in these churches flopping out the middle of the floor, talking about they filled with the Holy Ghost. You already know they ain't filled with the man's spirit because they call the man's spirit is the Hindu sun god spirit. They say, I'm filled with Holy Spirit. I got a Hindu God spirit. And then this same Hindu God got him falling on the floor, flapping all around, foaming out the mouth. You know what I'm talking about? Speaking gibberish. Don't read nowhere in the word anybody who received this man's spirit ever operated in that fashion. Any of y'all ever read when the spirit of y'all came on somebody and they fell out all on the floor? You ever read anybody receive the spirit of y'all and went to dancing like they didn't have a brain? Hey, ain't nothing wrong if you want to dance for the Lord. Now, don't get it twisted now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But that stuff you see them people doing in the Baptist church, man, them people putting on the show. Now here talking about they speaking in tongues, they talking about boom, shakalaka and all that type of stuff. Nigga, what did you just say? This ain't NBA jam. Listen what he said. Be watchful. Be watchful. You know what be watchful? If you watchful, you know what that means. Not only that, but be aware. So that's why I sit there telling when I say open rebuke is better than secret love. If I'm telling you something, that means you need to be aware. It's just like this here. I told y'all this before. I used to cuss like a sailor. You know what I'm saying? So that means I had to slow my mind down to be cognizant of my words before I speak. I mean, I was being watchful. I was being aware. Somebody got to watch me for y'all. Let know coming in. It's real loud. Whatever you got going on in the background. You know, a lot of y'all don't be watchful. You don't be aware. See, hold what you got right here in Revelation 3 and look at Hebrews chapter 2. This is what ends up happening because you're not aware. You know what I'm saying? I told T this other day, and I would tell some of y'all it's the same thing. Some of y'all done heard too much word for you to be still having the same problems when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying? You done heard too much. You done heard too much. Hebrews 2 and 1. So it's only two things that can be occurring. You either not laying it to heart or you outright rejecting. You know what I'm saying? That's it. There is no in between. You know what I'm saying? I done told y'all this before, man. We done talked about this before. Stop glowing in appearance and glory in the heart. Stop glowing in, oh boy, we heard the Lord in this fashion. We heard this and we learned this. Oh boy, this, that, this, and the other. Boy, we got somebody that can show us this and we can this. That's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing with the information once you get it? Are you just sitting there, like I told y'all last week, so y'all just sitting there highlighting the book? You just sitting there with a notepad, writing down verses? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I'm taking my books, I'm highlighting my book. Are you hearing this stuff? Are you weighing it? Are you laying it in your heart? And are you applying it? You know what I'm saying? So it can have some manner of profit for you. That's why I asked y'all that last week. What did you get out what you heard? What are you able to extract from the message to take with you to the benefit of the salvation of your soul? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Over here. Sit over here.
Oh, there's a such thing as speaking in tongues. There's definitely a such thing. We went through that in time. There's definitely a such thing as speaking in tongues. It just ain't what them people end up doing. Yeah, it just ain't what them people end up doing. Hebrews 2. I mean, we done went through this in the past, man. When you read 1 Corinthians 14 and you see Paul saying, don't nobody speak in tongues without an interpreter, you gonna look right at Genesis 45 and you see Joseph did not speak in a different language unless it was an interpreter around. You know what I'm saying? So we see that come from the law. When you see them speaking in tongues on Pentecost, does that come from Isaiah 28 with a stammering lips and another tongue that I speak to this people? That's where that come from. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see them speaking in tongues. See, that's a gift of the Ruach HaKodesh. But you got to always remember one thing. Yahuwah don't give his gifts to sinners. So if you see somebody say they got the gift of speaking in tongues, and you know they live a life that's contrary to the word, you know that nigga just talking. Just lying. He just saying that. You know what I'm saying? He just saying that because it sounds good, because the person next to him told him, you speak, you just like this, just let the anointing fall on you, brother, and just speak. And nigga, you making a fool out yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, all you doing is actually emulating what you saw the other people in there do because you thinking that's what you supposed to do. You know, I know Tita told me that too, that she'll see the people up there for that altar call and they be crying. And she would go up there and think that's what she's supposed to do, but she said, I didn't feel nothing, so I just did what I see the other people do because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've never been to Sunday church to have any of these experiences or none of that. That's why I'm just referencing her, because she grew up in it, she dealt with it, she seen it, you know what I'm saying? And that's what she said happened. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and that's messed up. And I know a majority of people in the world, black people specifically here in America, they probably would be Sunday churches and they just went and did what they seen everybody else doing because they thought that's what they were supposed to do. And then after a while, you begin to believe that that's actually the Spirit of the Most High on you got you doing this. So then what ends up happening is when the truth of the good news come to you and the truth of the words come to you, you end up resisting it because you think somebody's taking away from you what you thought was true. That's why people kick, scream, and fight. You know, Hebrew Israelites do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They do the same thing. Oh, Smart, she said she didn't cry. She said something was wrong with her because it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So she thought, and that's, but truth be told, though, that's even worse. You know what I'm what I'm saying? To be honest, that's even worse. Because now she thinks something wrong with her, and God don't love her, and he won't do nothing for her because I don't feel what they feel. But actually, them niggas wasn't feeling nothing. They just were putting on the show. Because a lot of them women she seen at the altar call crying 45 minutes after they left church ground, she had a sausage in her mouth, and I ain't talking about no water wood. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You know I ain't lying. Couldn't wait. Couldn't wait. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't wait. Y'all know a lot of them women, they put all those shows on them too. And as soon as they got up out of there, some of them got trains wearing on them, some of them went back to tricking, getting drunk, getting high, all that stuff they were doing before they got there. But you was just at the altar call. Who crying? Talking about, Lord, forgive me, I'm a sinner. And all the thing in the back of her mind is, and I'm going to sin some more when I leave them. That's what these churches do for us. That's what these places are ill with you. Don't you go over here. Go sit it down. Mother, sit down. They make you feel good. This house is ill repute. This is like I told you, man. A brother I know just was preaching about this. I ain't looked at it. You know what I'm saying? But I seen my sister shared the definition of it. And then I seen about 2-3 Hebrews on my page, which I know they didn't see the sermon on it. You know what I'm talking about? But the definition of a Christian is a cretin. And I know before, not even dealing with no Christian stuff, if somebody calls you a cretin, well, you'll be highly offended. Straight up and down. That's exactly what you are. Somebody say you cretin, you are a retard. And the root definition of the word cretin, the word Christian is a part of it. And I know Hebrews who know the Hebrews that will say I'm a Christian. So them niggas saying that I'm actually a retard. You know what I'm talking about? That I am devoid of any semblance of intelligence. All of y'all know, and I ain't never even dealt with the definition of cretin. All of y'all know, but I ain't never been with that calling you a Christian. I'm talking about from day one. I ain't never been with it. I'm gonna tell you something. Even before dealing with what I never forget, I was in the Duval County jail. Some white boy came to me, man. He like, we Christians. I said, man, you didn't find that word in the book many times. He went over there to Peter. I said, well, look at that word. Well, that word ain't supposed to be there. I said, show me where the Lord, of course I was saying Jesus then, and show me where God or Jesus said, you a Christian. Show me what they said. Yeah, because that's not his name. That's not his name. Like, I don't let every brother and sister on the phone tell you this here. We ain't never used the name Jesus. Ever. My little sister didn't tell you this here before I even really preached. That name died through in the garbage can early. Like off the rip. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta sit there. I just talked to y'all about this here, man. These people came over here. They gave us their guards. See, we didn't talk about this last week. They took our language from us. They took our God from us. They took our names from us. So common sense gonna tell us if I took your name, I'm gonna take your God name too and give him a different name just like I gave you a different one. You know what I'm saying? God was running here talking about this man's name. Talking about, you out here talking about Jesus, and you can walk up to a Mexican dude, they go Jesus. And we sit there and say this man's name. Oh, nigga picking corn in the field got the same name as your Savior. They ain't going for that junk, man. I used to clown about that before the word. Nigga talking about nigga Jesus around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Jesus around the corner. Then you sit back and look at it, man, because they don't want this because they already know now. They already know, man. It's something serious when you talk about Yahuwah and Yahusha, talking about Yah and Yahuwah. There's something behind that. They don't want you talking like that. That's why these hook-nosed people had the nerve and audacity to say his name was too pure for us to speak. That's why we took it out. Because you know what's going to end up happening? You go to calling on your God, you end up having, it's no different than calling on your real mother or your real father. You got a connection with them. You know what I'm saying? If I have you calling on the name of your heavenly father, your father in the Shammai, I have you calling on your Lord and your master and your Savior, then you can begin to have a connection with him. I don't want you to have a connection with him. Hebrews 2:1. Which goes along right along what I'm talking about. It says, therefore we ought to give the more earnest heed to the things which we have heard, lest at any time we should let them slip. And you know what that means? You know what it means to give earnest heed to something? Or have earnest to deal with something earnest? Y'all know what that means to deal with something earnest? What that means? Huh? Be dead serious about what you're talking about. Be dead serious about what you're dealing with. Because when you begin to be dead serious about it, then that stuff won't just fall out your mind when you heard it yesterday and you forget it. You heard it Tuesday and you forget it on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? That's what ends up happening. When you don't give the more earnest heed to the things you heard, then guess what happens? You forgive them. Look at verse 2. He said, for if the word spoken by Malachi was steadfast, and every transgression and disobedience received a just recompense of reward, how shall we escape if we neglect so great salvation, which at the first began to be spoken by the Lord, and was confirmed unto us by them that heard him? Hey, it's not playtime. Come on back to Revelation chapter 3 and verse 2. That's why you need to be aware. Actually, earnestly be aware of what you're hearing. Just don't hear stuff and it slip out your brain in 20 minutes. Some of y'all know this here, man. That's why you get frustrated with your kid, because you got to keep telling them the same thing over and over and over again. Sit down, both of you. Sit on down, please, Elizabeth. Says, be watchful, strengthen the things that remain that are ready to die, found not thy works perfect before Elohim. So the things in you that you know that they need to perish. As you see, he bared his sins on the tree, that us being dead to sins might live to righteousness. That means the things that need to perish for you to live under what's right, you need to get them prepared so they can die. Not to hesitating and procrastinating and all the stuff was sitting back and said, I told when I was training my client yesterday, training Candace yesterday, and I done told y'all this before too. I forgot what it was. I put some little heavier weight than she would used to. No, she was talking about eating donuts. Because she said she ate 2 donuts. I said, man, you can stop eating donuts. She said, I can't stop eating donuts. I said, don't say you can't stop eating donuts. Just say you won't stop eating donuts. You know what I'm saying? Because don't say what you can't do. Because if you've already said you can't do something, then you will never be able to accomplish that because you've already defeated yourself in your own mind. There's no way you'll ever have success because you said you can't do it. It's a difference to say you're not able to do something because you might not have the physical strength or the knowledge or the ability at a particular time to accomplish something. I would rather somebody say I'm not able at this time, which means the door is always open that I could do this. I'm just not able to do it at this time. But when you say you can't do something, you'll never be able to do it. Like an example of that is a man cannot give birth. He'll never be able to do that. He can never push a baby out of his body. He does not have the ability to do that. That can never happen. You know what I'm saying? But things that's dealing with things that might be hindering y'all's salvation or things that are in you that you know you got to go, you can get rid of them. It's just will you have the earnest desire to get rid of it. When you actually pay attention to your mind and your thoughts and your words and your doings to get rid of them. Because see, right now, what you see the Lord doing is he's giving an open rebuke. See, listen what else he says. Put that book down, Lizzie. Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard and hold fast and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come unto thee. So that's why he's sitting there telling you, again, he told you to do what? Be aware. He said you need to remember what you've heard and received and hold it fast. Clutch it near you. See, a lot of y'all don't hold that stuff fast. That's why you forget it. That's why you forget it. And that's why that stuff slips out of your brain. That's why the man told you, let no man take your crown. not even yourself. Not even yourself. Come on back to 1 Timothy chapter 5. So we read verse 19, we'll read it again. It said, against the elder receive not an accusation, but before 2 or 3 witnesses. Listen to what he said. Them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear. I charge thee before Elohim and the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and the elect Malakim, that thou observe these things without preferring one before another, doing nothing by partiality. Look at Isaiah 58:1. You know what he said? Rebuke before all, that others might fear. Sometimes y'all wonder why I might snap on T in front of all y'all, so the rest of y'all know y'all need to learn that same thing. You know what some of y'all be looking at? Oh, he went off on her. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You might have that same type of stuff going on with yourself while you sitting there trying to look at, oh, that's just T. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? You might sit around and get you a man and be disrespecting him and talking to him in manners he don't like, and he gonna have to go off on you. When you could have learned, I better not do that. Sometimes you want, you see, you notice he said without partiality. That means I can go off on any one of y'all at any time. It ain't got nothing to do about who it is. Some people don't went off on because they don't do nothing stupid. At least not in the open. You know what I'm talking about? The reason why he's telling you to rebuke before all, so that others might learn that manner of respect, not to do that. It's not about, oh, I don't want to get embarrassed, or I don't want to be like this here. It's the fact that, woo! See, some of y'all have seen that too, right? When your mama came to the schoolhouse and whooped you in front of all your friends. Some of y'all too young to know about that because you went to jail for it now, when y'all was that age. I said, I come from a generation where your mama could come up to the schoolhouse and whoop you in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what manner of level that was, and I'm not talking about just a handful of people parents did it. Pretty much everybody's parents did it. You know what manner of level of fear that put everybody in that room? What if you got brothers and sisters in the same class or cousins and all this here, and they know auntie or grandma or something and come up there and whoop your behind in front of everybody? That's going to make the rest of your family members get some get right. Because that means it can happen to you anywhere. You know, all that don't went away because don't nobody want to be rebuked. That's why I said open rebuke is better than secret love. You know, nobody don't want that. You don't want that. You want somebody to pat you on the head and it's all right, and this, that, and all. Because I'm talking about, I'll tell you, you might not like it though. You know what I'm saying? I noticed this in my life too. You can say it hard, you can say it soft. But if it's something somebody don't want to hear, it ain't going to make no difference. It's going to be received the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be received the same way. I done said something to people where I meant want to give them a correction, give them something, a rebuke, and I said it real nice, and you know what I'm saying, and calm, and ain't like this, that, and the other, and they react the same way as if I just went DEFCON 9 on them. And they reacted the same way. Because a lot of the time, man, boy, it's like this here, man. Some of y'all used to be in your room mad because your mama whipped your behind because you didn't like that whooping. Not all women don't feel good. You can get you Proverbs 20, I think by verse 30, go along with that. Let me read this Isaiah 51. Listen what he said. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. So you know, let's talk about Mashiach, right? So you know that this man came and gave an open rebuke to the whole house of Yasharal straight to their face. And we'll look at some of those things in a moment. But let's look at Proverbs 20. I think it's 21 and 30. It might be 20 and 30. Thank the Lord, it's 20 and 30. Remember, we just read in 1 Peter chapter 2, it said, by his stripes you are healed. And since I say that here, y'all make sure y'all keep Brother Golden and Sister Tanner in prayer if you're able to get one through. Because they got a little afflictions and things they dealing with. Oh, it's on the call on. Oh, it's on the call on. sorry, call drop. What I said is y'all keep Brother Gold and Sister Tamara in your prayers if you're able to get one through. If you don't get Matumbo, because we know that Yahuwah is a healer and able to do all things. You know, they got a little afflictions they dealing with at this time. And we just pray the Lord be merciful enough to look upon them and be merciful in their affliction and heal them from it. If you want to know what they're dealing with, I would advise you to speak to them themselves. And if they feel the need to want to tell you about it, then obviously they will tell you about it. But just keep that in mind. Proverbs 21 and 30. 20 and 30. Pardon me, I said I'm going to say 21 again. I guess we can look at 21 and 30 while we're at it, since he kept putting it in my mind. The blueness of a wound cleanse away evil. So do the stripes, the inward parts of the belly. What you think that means, the blueness of a wound cleanse away evil? When we sit back, look at that, faithful are the wounds of a friend. And he say, and the stripes, the inward parts of the belly. So what do y'all think this could mean? What do y'all think this could mean? Anybody? Oh, don't nobody know. Don't nobody want to take a stab in the dark. You too scared to be wrong. Don't y'all know what Proverbs? Yes, it is. So what do you think about this dealing with the stripes of the belly? So how does the blueness of a wound cleanse away evil, and the stripes, the inward parts of the belly? Because what's in a wound? If you got a wound, what's in the wound? Huh? Blood. Blood. So the whole what you got before we come to Proverbs 21 and 30, right? You folks already kind of gave you a hint when we deal with by his stripes. He said you were healed as he was hung on the tree. Faithful are the wounds of a friend. So if the blueness of a wound cleanses away evil, come on over here to Hebrews 9 and 14. Y'all also got to sit back and remember this one key thing. When the Mashiach was up there on that tree, you know what that was. Y'all know what that was, though. Don't worry. To a certain extent, now that ain't what I'm looking for, but that is correct. He was a curse. But I'm going to show y'all what that is in a minute. I'm going to show you what that is. Him being up there on that tree. I'm going to show you what that is before we get out of here. I say, I'm going to try to... Yeah, and that was too, but that ain't what I'm looking for. All both of them answers are correct. That ain't what I'm looking for. Both of them answers are correct, though. 9 and 14. Make it 13. 12 is even better. Make it 11. Let's just see what the writer is saying in this epistle, right? Say the blueness of a wound cleanse away evil. So if you know the blueness of the wound, that means the blood in the wound cleanse away evil, right? And faithful are the wounds of a friend, right? But a Mashiach being called a high priest of good things to come by greater and more building. Neither by the blood of goats and calves, but by his own blood. He entered in once into the Kodesh place, having obtained eternal redemption for us. For if the blood of bulls and goats and the ashes of the heifer sprinkling the unclean sanctify to the purifying of the flesh, how much more shall the blood of a Mashiach, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to Elohim, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living Elohim? So you know what that means to me? So if the blueness of a wound cleanses away evil, that means this man blood out to purge your conscience from iniquity. Y'all understand what I'm saying? He said the blueness of a wound cleanses away evil. Ain't that what it said? So that means the blood in the wound should cleanse away evil, should it not? This man just told. And this man just told you how much more shall the blood of the Mashiach, who offered himself through the eternal Spirit, purge your conscience from dead works. Shouldn't that happen? If the blueness of it is faithful are the wounds of a friend. Come on, we didn't look at this last week. Well, not too long ago. Ezra said he left us a nail in this Kodesh place. Y'all know this man, so you know Isaiah 53 said he was wounded for what? Wounded for your transgressions. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs 27 have just said, faithful are the wounds of a friend. Look at John chapter 15 and verse 13. Listen, the man say, faithful are the wounds of a friend. And not only that, open rebuke is better than secret love. We're going to look and see how the Lord openly rebuked you in front of everybody. We can go in the law. We can go in the prophets. We can go in the gospel. We might just focus on the Lord doing it. We'll see what the Lord has in store. 15 and 13. It's about 8:45. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay his life down for his friends. Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant know not what his Lord do, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. So when you see faithful are the wounds of a friend, you see this is the Lord talking about his wounds are faithful to those that obey. You know what I'm talking about? I just seen niggas arguing talking about, of course we already know this, that is the new covenant in effect? Is it even in effect? You know what I'm saying? Arguing about, seeing a nigga again talking about wisdom is a woman and that a woman made the heavens and the earth and all this type of stuff. All this retarded stuff these niggas be talking about. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff to pull away the glory from a Mashiach. Even from niggas who claim they believe in a Mashiach. Doing the same thing. But come over here to James chapter 2. And let's look at your father Abraham about being called a friend. Because we look. Huh? Hey, man. You all right, man. Praise the Lord. I ain't mad at you. You rejoicing at the word. I can't never be mad at nobody happy because they hear the word. I can't be mad at you for that. You just voice it out loud. You know what I'm saying? Some of them be having their phone on me and probably be doing what I just can't hear. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at them either way though. Listen to here about verse 20 now. Make it 19. I'll just go to verse 17. James 2 and 17. Even so, faith, if it have not works, is dead being alone. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Thou believe there is one Elohim, thou do well. The devils also believe and tremble. But what thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead. Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he offered Isaac his son upon the altar? See thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect. And the scripture was fulfilled which saith, Abraham believed Elohim, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of Elohim. Now ain't that something that you see a Mashiach who's going to get ready to be offered up by his father, tell his disciples, if you do everything I tell you to do, you'll be my friend, just like the father told Abraham that he was his friend. See, come over to Isaiah 51 where you can see where it mentions that at, if I'm not mistaken. Just sit back and look at it now. Okay, so that's what I want. Isaiah 51 might not be the one that I want. That's not the one that I want. Come on back over here to where we was at before that. Slipped my mind. Proverbs 21 and 20 and 30. Now he said Abraham was his friend. And you know why Abraham was his friend? Because what did the Apostle James tell you? Because Abraham, but not only believed y'all, but his belief, he manifested the works of y'all. He went up there, I'm going to offer my son right up here on Mount Moriah, just like he told me. I'm going to believe he going to bring me forth a seed because he told me that. So I believe that. You know what I'm saying? And because I believe that, that's why Genesis 18, he said, I know him, that he would do justice and judgment, right? And teach his household after him to keep the works of y'all. You know, and you sit back and look at it, that's why a lot of people are not afraid of the Lord. That goes back to what we were talking about, where you see these people around here high capping. like they talking and speaking in tongues. You know what I'm saying? Nigga ain't speaking in no tongues. Because the Lord ain't not a friend of the Lord. How you a friend of the Lord you don't even believe in? You know what I'm saying? How you a friend of the Lord you don't even believe in? You know, my brother had ran across a post and he had put it up earlier today. You know what I'm saying? And I done talked to y'all about this before. Because I used to say this stuff too before I knew any better. The post that's saying that showing the similarities of the story of Jesus and horse. You know what I'm saying? That when you don't know any better, the story of Jesus and horse looks exactly the same. Matter of fact, Jesus might have been all the things. You know what I'm talking about? But we know Yahushua HaMashiach, the only begotten of the true and living Elohim, Yahuwah of hosts. We know that his story is nothing like horses. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand what my brother comes from when he put it up. Because I used to do this. I'm telling you, I had a book called the Greatest Story Never Told, the Greatest Secret by David E. Had it in prison. You know what I'm saying? And they were talking about all the saviors whose stories were supposed to be like Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And then you sit back and you see these things, and you really thinking like, man, this is a plagiarized story. When you don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? When I got out of prison and the Lord allowed me to actually learn of him, you know what I'm talking about? Then I began to see, no, Horus is not like Yahushua. No, Nimrod is not like Yahushua. No, Bacchus and Mithras and Hercules and Odin and Thor and all these other pagan idols, they're actually not like him. You know what I'm saying? What the wicked one has done is, remember, he said the devils believe. You got to remember, we can look at the darkness and see the unclean spirit, see it, and they say, we know who you are. Remember, he was slain from the foundation of the world. See, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Come on back to Paul, I'll show you something. I'm getting ahead of myself. I meant to show y'all this last week. You know what I'm saying? When I seen it, I didn't comment on the post when he put it up there. One, not because I can talk to my brother in person about this. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even no need for me to talk to him on Facebook, on a Facebook post about it. I talk to him a little bit every time I see him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get into it with other people jumping on them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty much done with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be going back and forth with nobody. I ain't got time for it. I been wasn't with it, but I don't even want to put my number up there for you to call me because I don't even want to talk to some of these things. Maybe the Hebrew niggas. I know what the Hebrew niggas gonna come on his thing. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's my brother, man. I talk to him when I see him. You know what I'm saying? And give him my perspective on, because he asks people perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? I can give him my perspective when I see him. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is why I don't think that they're the same. Well, how I know that they're not the same. Because I used to think they were the same. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the difference of maybe me and somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I used to think they were the same. Only because I didn't know any better. I actually didn't know the word. When I found the word, then I said, oh, these people right. We already know how they're not the same. Horus was born of a seven penis. Our Lord was not born of a seven penis. Nobody's penis, whether dead or alive, you know what I'm saying? Whether dead or alive, came nowhere near Mary's vagina. Obviously, again, of course, December 25th, that's a given. But we're not even going to go to December 25th. We're going to deal with the fact that, according to the story, and I read the Egyptian Book of the Dead in prison. I don't remember nothing from it. You know what I'm saying? Thank the Lord for that. You know what I'm talking about? But she was born of a seven. She already told y'all before, she couldn't find out what Osiris had shown. So she got the first dildo and went to town. You all know that's the devil. Playing with dildos? Necrophilia? Come on, man. That's not of y'all. Y'all wouldn't sanction that. You playing with a dildo? That's a dead penis, woman. Where the rest of the body at? This nigga been dead. That's how you know that gotta come from Satan. The only thing you found was his schlong. His sugar pole. This is what you find. And you try to play with that. And then And then when you look at a Lester Crowley sitting there making that pose, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all have seen it when he got that old pyramid hat on. You know what I'm talking about? With a little book to the side, like this here. He playing with a schlong. He making his body into a penis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's again. I'm talking about this man posing like this though. To the picture. This man said he was the great B666. He said he was the most wicked man on the face of the earth. Self-proclaimed. This man said Horus spoke to him. Any man, this man's the bastard. If Horus speaking to him, I don't want nothing to do with Horus. When we turn around and we look at some of these people, Oral Roberts, all these old false Christian people talking about Jesus spoke to them, I don't want nothing to do with it. If Jesus talking to y'all, I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the stuff these people did in the name of Jesus. Ain't none of them live for righteousness. Everybody talking about what would Jesus do? I don't know what Jesus would do. I know what Yahushua would do, and it definitely wouldn't be what you do. You know what I'm saying? It's about what? These people marketed this, what would Jesus do, selling you t-shirts and wristbands. I bet you Jesus wouldn't do that. But then again, I don't know. Jesus just might. You know what I'm saying? Hamashiach might not. Jesus, look at Christ might do whatever he want to do. You know what I'm talking about? Christ do what he want to do. And all of it just basically like I was mentioning to y'all, and y'all still hold, what was that? Proverbs 20 and 30, right? And the purpose of what I mentioned, they go back to what I was mentioning earlier about looking for the moon in Jerusalem versus over here. Right and right to left versus right and left to right. Looking east to west versus west to east is to consistently realize Christ is their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Jesus is their stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's backward stuff. You know what I'm saying? We came over here and they made us backwards. So you know what hold you got? Deuteronomy 28. So this is what ends up happening. Since it's in my mind, Deuteronomy 28. What's the verse I want? Where is the verse at that I won't come to my mind? 28. Let me see, by 33, 34. Deuteronomy 28 and 43. Listen what it says. Deuteronomy 28 and 43. Listen what it says. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. So you already know, if we the tail, that means we straight backwards. You know what I'm saying? That's the curse right there. We straight backwards. Everything that the head is supposed to do, that you're supposed to do, because if you're the head, that means you're going in the right direction, you know where you're going. If you're the tail, you're just following behind. You know what I'm saying? And what we've been doing since we've been over here, these people following behind their idols. You know what I'm saying? The way we was walking in front of our own people say the man named Jesus, the man named Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Even if you came with Yahshua, I love my Jesus. I never let him go. It'll be just like that DMX song. I love my baby mother. I never let her go. That's just how they don't feel. I love Jesus. I never let him go. We ain't telling you to let go of the man who's in the book. We telling you to let go of that pagan idol and everything attached to him. Because you know they're going to have to give up when they get Jesus up. They're going to have to get that white man up that go with it. Huh? They're going to have to give up all that bad teaching they got that went with it. We under grace. Where my hair at? We under grace. I can have sex with that man's wife. I can lie and steal. As he said, they can call me up here to the altar call and get mad at me because I won't fake it. You know what I'm saying? They want me to come up here and fake it and fall out all on the floor. I got my Sunday best on, but I'm filthy on the inside. I'm filthy on this end, but I can't let my Jesus go. It's the same way we coming in and telling you are the people of the book. You are from the seed of Yasharah. Break it down for them of Israel, just so they can understand. Because you know if you walk in them and telling you from the seed of Yasharah, the people gonna look at you like you're crazy. I don't know what that is, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Man, you from the seed. Nigga, who is Yaakov? That's how they got it though. You know what I'm saying? Say, who's your God? Yah, Yahuwah. Who is Yah? I serve Jehovah. Nigga, what? Who is nobody don't know who that is. Some of y'all don't even realize just how I used to speak. They would hear me say Yahshua so much. You know what I'm talking about? That they pretty much they would just ask, why you use that name? You know what I'm saying? Oh, because Jesus said his name. I don't roll with that. I'm not going to go off on you about it. You know what I'm saying? And forth as I'm in front of you because I'm trying to get you to hear what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But boy, we know Jesus is the devil. You know pretty much anybody who is Hebrew Israelite know that. It's only a small fraction that actually use that name and hold fast to it. I'm not calling that man that because that man told you what his name was. And Yahweh Shai and Jesus wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? Yeshua wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? Come on back to Proverbs 20 and 30. You know, that's a big deal for people when you sit back and look at our people, man. That stuff be hard for them to let it go. And they ain't sit back looking at it. If Jesus ain't cleansed your wounds, then he'll cleanse away evil with his wound. Yahusha did though. So what y'all think that means that the stripes, he say also stripes cleanse a part, the inward part of the belly. What you think that could mean? He say the blueness of the wound cleanse away evil, and so do stripes in the inward parts of the belly. What is the inward part of the belly, gentlemen? I'm glad the first part of what you said is correct. That's where your strength is. That's where your strength is. And what is strength, gentlemen? Y'all should know, I tell you about this all the time. Isaiah 26 has always been a profound chapter for me, specifically verses 3 and 4. What is everlasting strength, gentlemen? I'm talking about according to Isaiah 26. What is everlasting strength, gentlemen? He said, trust ye in Yahuwah forever. Look at Isaiah 26 as I said. (26:3), gentlemen. 26:3. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee because he trusts in thee. Because faith without works is dead. See, Abraham's mind was stayed on Yahuwah. So that's why he was able to do these things. He trusted in Yahuwah. He trusted in it. That's why he was willing to offer up his own son. Before we even go any further, look at Hebrews chapter 11. We come right back to Isaiah 26. Hebrews 11:17. It said, by faith Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac. And that he that received the promises offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac that shall thy seed be called, accounting that Elohim was able to raise him up even from the dead, whence also he received him in a figure. These niggas kick and scream and don't even realize that the story of this man offering up Isaac was obviously the story of a Mashiach being killed and raised from the dead. But they kick and scream, that ain't got nothing to do with that. Of course it don't when you stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because when you trust in y'all, then that's going to make perfect sense to you. Like seeing that story in the Lord is very simple. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to be that skilled in the word to be able to put two and two together. That's very easy. You know what I'm saying? Come on back to Isaiah 26. That'd be one. If you got one of them Bibles, because I had that big family Bible, it would put crosses. Ain't that something? Put a symbol of death in the book next to verses that was supposed to be about the Lord. So you already know, if Caucasians can point this out, this ain't too hard to find. I'm serious now. Because we know that we just dealt with this on the Sabbath. The oracles of the Most High was given to the Yahudim. That was given to the Jews. That was given to us. That was not given to them. He said, as for my statutes and judgments, they ain't known. So if they got that, that wasn't too hard to ascertain. You know what I'm saying? We can open up the book of Leah or Kingston or little Mike or Joshua could figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's the Lord right there, Mom. That's the Lord right there, Mom. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That's the Lord right there, Mom. How do you know, son? Go on, Mom. Only the God's son, he finna kill him. Daddy finna kill the son, promise he. Come on, Mom. Give me some more. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's gonna be living. 4, 5 years old. Right? I mean, they none of them over 3. You know what I'm saying? So they might be looking like that. Come on, Mom. We ain't gonna be like this. I've been hearing this stuff since I was in your belly. Like, you got anything better for me? You know, I know this one. You know what I'm saying? Kingston sharp as a knife. Give him some knife. You know what I'm talking about? Kingston gonna be like this here. That's the Lord. Bop, 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 bop. Don't know what he's saying? That's too easy, TT. Give me another one. You know what I'm saying? And Joshua is gonna be sitting back like this here. Come on, man. Come on, man. I pushed this book out my way. Don't try me like that. And Lil Mike just gonna be skinny and grinning. He gonna answer no question. He's just gonna smile. Already, you know what I'm saying? I know the answer. I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? You know he don't know the answer. He just gonna smile at me. Then he gonna run looking for his mama. He know I know the answer. You better leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Verse 3 though. I'm telling you now. Ain't nothing turned on now. I'm talking about if I guarantee you, if they had the ability right now to be able to put together a coherent sentences back to back, you know what I'm saying? I guarantee you they could point that out. All them children of his name, I guarantee you they could point it out. (26:3). See, I had to point out the babies, you know what I'm saying? The real little ones. But that's how simple that is. Can't point out CJ or Sherelle because they're a little older. You know what I'm saying? Iggy might can pick this out. Lizzie might can pick it out. Iggy ain't been in the free world for 3 months. He's like, come on, man. He says, now, thou will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee because he trusted thee. Trust ye in Yahuwah forever. And look how these nasty doctors do it now. They put the name of Yahuwah where Yahuwah is. They got his name. Then they put Jehovah behind it. Playing games. You know what I'm saying? Trust ye in Yahuwah forever, for in Yahuwah is everlasting strength. Come over here to Hebrews 12:5. Thank the Lord. He took me straight on to it. So when we look at stripes also cleanse the inward parts of the belly. Where do stripes come from? Hold what you got. Deuteronomy 25 before we read Hebrews 12. What are stripes for, gentlemen? Huh? I mean, reproof. Deuteronomy 25:1. This is what it said. If there be a controversy between men, and they come unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, then shall they justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. Did we not already read in Matthew 26 that there was a controversy between men? Did we not read in Matthew 26 that there was a controversy between men? Then it says, and then they turn around and say they'll justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. Well, they thought they were righteous and they justified themselves and condemned the Lord, didn't they? That's what he said, and it shall be, if the wicked man be worthy to be beaten, that the judge shall cause him to lie down and to be beaten before his face according to his fault by a certain number. 40 stripes he may give him and not exceed, lest if he should exceed and beat him above these with many stripes, then thy brother shall seem vile unto thee. Don't you know they beat that man above 40 stripes? So you know if something is vile, that means it's low to you. You know what I'm saying? Then they beat that man with 40 stripes. Beat the man down according to his fault. What was his fault? What was Amashiach's fault then? Saying he was the son of the Most High. Saying he was the anointed one. He was the Mashiach. So they beat him. Now he said not only do wounds The bruises of a wound cleanse away sin. He says stripes do it too. So that means stripe. That means beating or chastisement or reproof, correct? Hebrews 12:5. That's why he tells you open rebuke is better than secret law. Maybe y'all figured out what I'm trying to go through with this. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I ain't really know what I was gonna preach on until we got started. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple things. Because I ain't even had no thought about going. You know what I told you? I said, I don't really want to deal with Proverbs 27. I just said, Lord, have better ideas. Proverbs 12:5. I say, praise ye Yahuwah for Yahushua. Now let's look at it now. Proverbs 12:5. Hebrews 12:5. Pardon me. And you have forgotten the exhortation which speak unto you as children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of Yahuwah, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. You didn't see the Lord fall out. Did the Lord fall out? So that means when he was going, that means he was rebuked. And if I'm not sure, I think he was rebuked before everybody. He said, for whom Yahuwah loved, he chastened and scourged every son whom he received. You know what scourging is, right? That's beaten. That's stripes. So that's what that means in order for you to, because he says stripes cleanse away the wound, cleanse away evil too. So that means you're going to have to be chastised too. That's why he says by his stripes ye are healed. Through the chastisement and affliction of the Lord, that can cleanse you from sin. Come on now. He said if you endure chastening, Elohim deal with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastened not? Hold what you got. Deuteronomy 23:1. He said, what son is he that the Father don't chasten? You know that thing talking about chastening is in three different places. Deuteronomy 23:2 actually. It's in Deuteronomy 8:5. It's in Proverbs chapter 3. And it's in Job chapter 5. When he's talking about receiving the chastening of the Almighty. When we see Hamashiach, matter of fact, thank the Lord. We'll look at Solomon too. We'll look at, he told Solomon this too. This something that Deuteronomy 23:2. This something a lot of brothers like to look at and say, you know, this ain't talking about Solomon, that's easy money. You get your 1 Chronicles 22 to go along with this. Probably about verse 7. Deuteronomy 23:2. This is what he say, a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of Yahuwah. Even to the 10th generation, he shall not enter into the congregation of Yahuwah. So we already know a bastard is an illegitimate son. How are you going to become the son of the Most High if you will not be able to take an open rebuke? If you cannot be able to be taken, to be able to be chastised. That's what y'all be missing. That's why he say, them that sin, take and rebuke before all, that others may fear. Now we know Hamashiach didn't commit no sin, but he became sin, and he rebuked him before all that y'all might obey. See, this is what I meant when I asked y'all last week, what did you take from what you hear? Don't take just from, oh, he showed us the Lord here, or showed us similitude here. There is an underlying message to what you're hearing. 1 Chronicles 22:7. Let me make sure this is the one I want. Make sure this is the one I want. This is not the one I want. I got to get the other one what I want. Let me look at the other one what I want. Y'all understand what I'm telling you? So that's why when you turn around and you look at it, if Hamashiach got rebuked before everybody, you're going to have to be able to take that same thing now, aren't you? Here you go. You can't be sitting around here crying about, you went over me in front of everybody. The son went through it. Why you can't take it? So you more special than him? Y'all didn't realize that man got rebuked before everybody. 2 Samuel 7:14 is what I wanted. See, we don't look at stuff like that though. I mean, because of, yeah, go ahead, cool. that too, but a lot of times, man, people just don't feel like they being embarrassed in front of everybody and make them feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll be honest with you, man. Don't nobody want to get chastised in front of everybody. If your mama came and whooped you in front of the schoolhouse, then you didn't want your friends to see you get beat. I mean, come on, man. Ain't anybody sitting here telling a bone-faced lie. If you on your job and your supervisor went off, you want everybody to see that. You be shamed. I mean, I do, but you still feel ashamed and embarrassed. You know what I'm talking about? Every last one of us have probably been rebuked by somebody at some time in our life in front of everybody. A lot of times your reaction, your first thought process is to lash back. You know what I'm saying? Nigga ain't finna be doing, because you get in defense mode. Nigga ain't finna be embarrassed in front of everybody. That's why some of y'all lash back at your parents with your disrespectful tales. You know what I'm talking about? She finna be embarrassing me in front of my friends. I know your parents don't come from the old school. Because you done did out this here, but you done did out this here, oh, you gonna be really embarrassed. I'm telling you, man, no lie, man. Man, we were riding, man, me and my homeboy Bruce, and his cousin Robin, my other homeboy, was riding with his mama. That nigga Bruce was talking greasy, and the next thing we know, Mom Bruce turned around and slapped that nigga through the back of the station wagon. Like no warning, no nothing. All we heard was, bah! Now we teenagers now. We're not little kids. We teenagers. We going through puberty. We started to translate out of adolescence into manhood. You know what I'm talking about? Well, she slapped that nigga so hard, boy. I'm like this here, boy. I ain't want to laugh. I ain't even want to look at her, because I'm like, boy, because see, like you see, we come different. It don't matter that that's not my mama. We all grow up together. All like this here. She already know she can slap off on you too. You know what I'm talking about? And ain't gonna be no, you can't hit me, you not my mama. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. You know what I'm talking about? And this ain't my blood, bro. And I'm sitting there like this here, bro. I don't even want to look at you, bro. I don't even want to look at you. Because last thing I went, we were going to see another professor, matter of fact. Last thing I went, boy, I don't want her to slap me, man. But she can slap this nigga so hard, I heard for you. But I already know what's gonna happen. If I laugh at this nigga, I'm slapped red. Now both of us sitting there holding our face like this here. But later on that afternoon, boy. Later on that afternoon, when we rolled, what you say? Right to you. Wow! And it was wild how she did it too, because she just driving. You know what I'm talking about? Slap that nigga so hard, that nigga was in the front seat. Boy, I'm like, boy, you back here with us? How you got back here? But we rolled that nigga like a Bronco bull later on that day. What my boots slapped you hard, boy. Bet you ain't run your mouth no more. Like I told you, we came from a generation, some of my old boys still like that, boy. If a nigga called you disrespecting your mama, you might have got swung on sight. On sight. Just get punched right in your face. Wow! You know what I'm saying? Niggas didn't even say that about niggas disrespecting their daddy, because most niggas' daddy wasn't around. So niggas, you know what I'm saying? But disrespecting mama, grandmama? Oh no. You might have afraid to come with that. This ain't even your people. So you just gonna disrespect your mama like that, bro? Man, that homie, bah! That's how it happens. 2 Samuel 7:10. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just draw on here about verse 12. And when thy days be fulfilled, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers. I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He's talking to David. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men. This man was beaten to a pulp. Now we know full well Solomon was not chastened with no stripes of no men. We already know this, don't we? We already know that Proverbs 19 says, chasten thy son while there is hope, and don't do what? Don't spare for his crime. We know Hamashiach was getting chastened, and while he was chastened, what did he do? My Elohim, why have you forsaken me? And did he spare? No, he did not. Hebrews chapter 12. Because he had to lay that rebuke on him. We just dealt with some of this last week. He became perfect. He learned obedience by the things that he suffered. That's why he said, spare the rod. And what's going to happen? He says, if you beat him with the rod, you'll save your son from death. You know what I'm saying? That's why he says with the stripes will cleanse away evil the same way the blueness of a woman will. Chastisement will cause you to stop sinning. That's why he said, call out these sins and transgressions before all. He said, cry aloud, spare not. Don't show no partiality. You don't sit back and look at it. The Father so loved the world, he didn't show no partiality. He corrected his own son. You know what I'm talking about? He did it to his own, no partiality. No respect of persons. I beat him too. If I beat y'all, I beat him too. And he ain't even did nothing wrong. Verse 7 again. If you endure chastening, of Hebrews chapter 12. If you endure chastening, Elohim deal with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastened not? But if you be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons. That's what y'all don't sit back and realize. If you be without correction, then you will not be a son of the Most High. See, Psalms chapter 9, the 94th division of Psalms says, blessed are those, O Yahuwah, whom thou chasten out of thy law, or chasten out of thy word. That's why the Apostle Paul told us in the epistle he wrote to Timothy to don't be ashamed of the afflictions of the gospel and to be a partaker of those afflictions. Because those afflictions and that rod and that suffering is for your correction so you can be transformed into a son. See, y'all want to become sons and daughters of Yahuwah, but you don't want the chastening and the correction that go along with it. How you going to become a son of the Most High Yah and you don't get your butt whooped when you wrong? See, because y'all come from this stuff here because a lot of y'all parents ain't dropped no boot in your behind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all people, they didn't whoop y'all. They played games with y'all. You know what I'm saying? They capitulated to y'all. They didn't knock you niggas out when you needed to be knocked out. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes some of y'all be hesitant to knock your own kids out. You know what I'm saying? I like to say, whoop them niggas behind. If the Lord, like I said, man, they always say this here, man, I don't believe in spanking children. So if you hear somebody, if the next time, I done told y'all before, next time y'all run across somebody who say they don't believe in spanking kids, just ask them, do they believe in the Lord? Yeah, I believe in Jesus. Well, did the Father whoop him? Yeah. So why wouldn't you want me to follow? Ain't I supposed to follow that example? Yeah. So I'm going to whoop mine too, nigga. Straight up. Straight up. If the Father whooped his own son, what is your excuse for not whooping yours? And you say you believe and follow this man. Because faith without works, if you believe, you'll put a belt strap or a boot upside your children behind. We ain't talking about no child abuse. You know what I'm talking about? I don't whoop your tail though. Because you know why? Because you gonna respect me. You know what I'm saying? You gonna respect me. That man says, a father chastened his son, so Yahuwah chastened thee. For who Yahuwah love if he chastened. That goes right back to what I was telling y'all. If I didn't care what you did, I wouldn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But because I love you and I care, that's why I snap. See, that's how I know a lot of y'all people, they couldn't have loved y'all and care about y'all because they let y'all do whatever you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? They let y'all do whatever y'all wanted to do. And you think, yeah, they love me. No, they didn't. You know what I'm saying? No, they didn't. To be honest with you, did to the root of the matter. They couldn't have. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't have. Anybody who loves you is going to straighten you. You know what I'm talking about? And when they see you doing something you ain't got no business, it's going to anger them because they care. How many of y'all have seen somebody you knew they people used to be on about don't go out there in them streets, don't go out there. They used to be real hot about it, but then that child kept going out there in them streets, and then after a while they stopped saying stuff to them because they didn't care no more. Nigga go to jail and get killed, that's on him. Don't call this house, nigga. I ain't gonna bury this bastard. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care what you do no more. Because obviously you don't care about yourself. So why should I care? You know what I'm saying? Because people get to the end of their road. See, sometimes y'all take somebody to go off on you as something else other than they care. I can hit my mama right now, nigga. I do it because I care. If I didn't care what you, if I didn't love you and I didn't care, I'd let you do what you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I can remember my mama telling me that numerous times. If I didn't care and I didn't love you, I'd let you do what you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all people, they let y'all do what y'all wanted to do. Because some of y'all supposed to have been knocked out long time ago. You know what I'm saying? A long time ago. I just told T this the other night. Same thing he told that the Most High y'all told Miriam in Numbers chapter 12. He said, if your father had but spit in your face, you would not be ashamed these 7 days. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, if your daddy, you would have learned some humility. You would have humbled yourself. You would have learned some respect. And you know, that's real serious when the Most High is telling a woman, your daddy should have spit in your face. If he had but done that, you would have no wise spoke against Moshe. You would have no way, shape, form spoke against my servant. You would have disrespected him in the way you did, running your mouth. You know what I'm talking about? Sizing and trying. See, in her mind, she didn't think she did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? She didn't think she did nothing wrong. The Lord came and told her, oh, you did something wrong, nigga. And if your daddy had spit in your face, you would have known not to do it. She is only the second woman I've ever told that their daddy should have spit in their face. I told another woman that one time too. I was trying to be nice with it. Well, I wasn't say nice with it. He had me speaking, she called me to speak to somebody else about the word. And he put that word in my mouth. You know what I'm talking about? And when I said it, her first response was, stop talking about me. I said, you already know your daddy should have spit in your face. You already know. That's why you said. But there was a reason why he put that in my mouth, because I already knew this nigga. You know what I'm saying? You want me to talk to this nigga about the word, nigga, you ain't even doing what I'm telling you to do. You know what I'm saying? And if your daddy would have hopped back and caught the big old loogie full of snot and spit right in your face to the point the mucus dripped off your nose onto your shirt, you might learn some obedience. I'm for real. Well, I wasn't trying to spit at you. Because they believe if I'm going to spit in your face, well, I'm going to be deep with it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to go deep with it. I'm trying to get every slap of mucus in my lungs. You know what I'm talking about? Because I don't want no saliva, I want to mix. You know what I'm saying? I want to mix. Because you're going to remember that right there. Yeah, see, that's the difference. Like I said, that's why I had to rephrase that. Because I didn't have no intentions on telling her that particular day. But he put that in my mouth. And when I said it, before I finished my statement, she was like, stop talking about me. And then after she said that, I just went ahead and went in. Well, I said, well, hit dog holler, but now as we talk about it, your daddy should have spit in your face. I want to spit in your face right now. You know what I'm saying? She felt real bad. I'm going to spit in your face right now. If you was in front of me, I might just do it. You know what I'm saying? I might just do it. Like straight up and down, I ain't never thought about spitting in a woman's face till I read that in the word. And I said, I've only said it twice. I've mentioned it, but I've only like said it to somebody twice. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I was mentioning it, not because I was really, like because I'm not going to go that far and spit in your face. I would now. If he told me to, I would spit in your face. You know what I'm saying? But it's the point of what he was expressing to her. Matter of fact, since I said it, before we finish in Hebrews 12, go get Numbers 12, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just in case somebody thinks that's not in the word, he didn't say that. Oh, bro, we got to get ready to wrap this on up. It's about 9:30. We got an hour and 16 minutes. That's good. All right, now the call drop. Number 12 and 3. We'll get ready to roll. I'm not going to go much further. I think the point of what we're trying to express has been pretty much been manifested. It says, now Moses was very meek above all men which were upon the face of the earth. And Yahuwah spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. Let's look at verse 1 to see what was going on. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, hath Yahuwah indeed spoken only by Moses? Have he not spoken also by us? And Yahuwah heard it. So they talking greasy. So now y'all come down and tell him, hey man, if there be a prophet among you, I make myself known to him in a vision of dream, but Moses is not so. He's faithful in all my house. I speak to him mouth to mouth, apparently, not in dark speeches. And the similitude of Yahuwah he'll behold. He said, you weren't afraid to speak against my servant Moses? So you know what I'm saying? So you weren't afraid to disrespect Moses is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You weren't scared to do that? Now let's look at about verse 14 and let's look at what he told him. Now Miriam get hit with leprosy. Miriam get hit with leprosy after this. Listen to what he tell her. And Yahuwah said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, she should not be ashamed 7 days. Let her be shut up from the camp 7 days, and after that her be received in again. And then she was shut out 7 days. So you know, if the brother had spit in your face, you would have learned some modicum of respect to not dare open your mouth and disrespect this man. You know what I'm saying? You know how many of our women needed somebody, some man to spit in their face? Then a lot of the time, a lot of stuff they went through wouldn't even happen because they would have learned some respect to respect a man and know what they ought to do and what they ought not to do and what they should say and what they should not say. Because you got to sit back and acknowledge something. That's a heavy thing if the living God said your daddy should have spit in your face for you to learn some respect. That's not a man saying that. That's Yah himself telling her that. Now, could you imagine some of you women, God looking you in your face and say, your dad should have spit in your face? Maybe you wouldn't be ashamed right now. Ain't that something to tell somebody? As a dog. As a dog. You know what I'm saying? But I know that's in the apocrypha though. They're not going to find that enough. I'm going to tell you something right now. They ain't going to argue with him. Because they're already going to be terrified that he would even manifest his presence before him. So you're already going to be scared of that alone. You know what I'm talking about? So I know full well if he told you your daddy had to spit in your face, you would have learned some kind of humility that when you wouldn't be shamed right now. Ain't there one of you women over there earth gonna open their mouth. Ain't there a man gonna open his mouth. Because you're gonna be too scared. That's why I tell y'all this here, man. Especially every last one of you women.
Cool it down.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you dating a man, whether you married to the man, whether it's a preacher. If you wouldn't talk to the Lord like that, why are you talking to this man like that? Because if you don't respect that man whom you see, you do not respect the man whom you do not see. And you can't convince me otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Because if you tell me, I wouldn't speak to the Lord like that. I wouldn't talk back to the Lord. I wouldn't get slick with the Lord. But you'll get slick with your husband though. That's interesting. That's why I be warning T. And this ain't the first time that we didn't like this here, because she'll be double damned. If we was already married, you damned for trying your husband, then I got the word, so now you got it twice. You know what I'm saying? That's rough. That's what it comes down to. You got to think before you speak, especially a woman. when you dealing with your husband, or you want to be with somebody, you got to think before you speak to that man. Every last one of you women got to think, if I wouldn't say it to the Lord, why would I say it to him? But see, y'all don't be thinking about none of that type of stuff before y'all open your mouth. Because is this the first time I ever said this? I know it ain't. And I'm talking about Corey, you just coming around. Devil, you been around a little bit. Boy, I've been saying this for 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't just started saying this. I ain't just started saying this when I started dating T. I've been saying this. If you not going, I mean, I had a woman tell me, I'll never submit to a man. I said, well, get ready to go to hell then. You know what I'm saying? But what I was telling them was this, is that if you cannot submit to a man on this earth, the Lord is a man, so obviously you wouldn't be able to submit to him. That was my point. If you can't listen to a man whom you see, how can you listen to a man who you can't see? Who told you to listen to the man who you see? I'm telling y'all, man, it's real talk, man. I'm talking to the women right now. Every last sister on this phone. It's a lot easier for you to get your man to do what you desire him to do, or maybe even for him to consider what you desire him to do with your approach. You know what I'm talking about? How you approach him, how you speak it, and what you say. You know what I'm talking about? Because the minute you come with condescension, disrespect, aggressiveness, you shut down off the rip. He may have already had it in his mind. He already kind of figured what you was finna ask him. You know what I'm talking about? And he already had it in his mind he was gonna do it. You know what I'm talking about? But the minute you came sideways, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Because I cannot reward that behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, sometimes T be like, see, you treat me like a child to a certain extent. A man with his wife is that type of deal. It's not, but it is. You know what I'm talking about? Because I have to lead you. I have to nurture you. To nurture somebody, the only people that nurture somebody are children or a mother to a child. You know what I'm talking about? It's the same type of thing. It's not really nothing to take personal. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's like that. Because I am responsible for you. You know what I'm talking about? See, a lot of times when y'all come, a lot of y'all don't realize that when you come in this way, that husband is responsible for you. If he take his responsibility serious, then it's going to come at times he say things and you're going to think that he think you a child. He's not thinking that way. Oh, she's dumb. She's just a little girl. She's only got the capacity of a 3-year-old. He's not thinking that way. He's thinking, oh, this is exactly what I want you to see. Men are like this. We like frame, detailed instructions. Give me my mission statement. Show me how to do it, how you want me to do it, and when do you want it done. You know what I'm saying? We like stuff plain, laid out. So when we come and we sit back and we say certain things to our women, we come to them in the same fashion. You know what I'm talking about? The way you take it is, he trying you like a child. You know what I'm talking about? Well, no, this is how men operate. This is how I want you to do this. Even if you feel that way, whether you like what he wants you, shut your mouth and just do it. You know what I'm talking about? Just do it. Because you give it a kickback, it's not going to work out well for you. It's just going to make it worse. You know what I'm saying? That's the framework of being a humble, virtuous woman, is to shut your mouth. You know what I'm talking about? Because quite to be honest, don't nobody care if you don't. Nobody asked you that. And that's when you come in feeling like you're getting treated like a child. You know what I'm talking about? Because nobody asked you that. Because you're not going to turn around and ask the Lord. You're not going to do none of that. You're not going to do that with him. Doesn't matter if you agree. Doesn't matter if you like it. Doesn't matter if you think it's wise. Doesn't matter if you think it's dumb. Keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to express in a fashion to where this man will not be agitated with your response, Shut your mouth until you learn the skill, finesse, and tact to be able to express yourself in a manner and way the way that man will actually be able to receive what you're saying, because you're not trying to usurp his authority, that you're not siding him or disrespecting him, then he can be able to hear it. But if you haven't mastered that ability, don't you think it would be wise just don't say nothing? But you know what y'all be wanting to? I want to have some input. I want to have some input. I should have a say in things. The Lord didn't say you should have a say in anything. You know what I'm talking about? He said obey your husbands in everything. When that says everything, that means everything. If that man ain't telling you to go against the law, statutes, and commandments of your God, you need to do what that man tell you to do. And shut your mouth and do it with a smile. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. As simple as that. Absolutely not. There's no way in the world you're gonna be able to do it. There's no way in the world. That's why I be telling y'all, man, you date somebody, sit back, take your time, get yourself ready for it. You know what I'm talking about? If there, I'll tell you like this here. When little mama said she wanted to get married, what? Did I tell you to do it? You didn't like none of the time, anything I had to say, did you? You didn't care to hear that at the time, did you? You didn't disrespect me one time, did you? Didn't even make a thought. If she made a facial expression, she didn't let me see it. You know what I'm talking about? She didn't give me a response or nothing. I know she didn't like it. I could see it in her eyes. She didn't like what I said. No disrespect, though. You know what I'm saying? I could look at you and tell. I said, yeah, I used to tell Dr. LaMuffin is like that. She said, yeah, she did. I said, that nigga get over it, though. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up, she'll get over it, though. I can tell she didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? But the key thing was, she never fought back with me to say, well, I want she. Not one time. Because she knew that. She already knew if I open my mouth, this nigga gonna snap. Because he had already stated, this is how he viewed this situation. There's nothing that I can say that's going to change the fact that I don't think you should get married at this time. This would not be a wise decision. You know what I'm saying? Didn't want to hear it. There was nothing she was going to say that was going to change that. It didn't matter because it was Lil Muffin. Well, I'm going to tell her Lil Muffin says she wants to marry him, so maybe I'll consider it. I was like, absolutely not. When they were staying with each other, they wasn't married. I done told her before. I told this nigga, man, you want to play house, get your official price set. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? And I didn't just tell that when it was just me and her. It was me, her, Nell, and Bell. You know what I'm talking about? On a Saturday at their house. Gave her that rebuke in front of everybody. I remember when she came and Josiah seen she was pregnant. He like, oh, she pregnant. He all like this here. I looked at that and said she pregnant because she did something she ain't had no business. In front of everybody. See, some of y'all don't like this here. You don't never go off on a sister in front of everybody. Lil Muffin ain't did nothing for me to go off on her. But when she has, y'all wasn't present. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all wasn't present. And I rebuked her in front of, did I not rebuke her in front of everybody? Because we showed me that when she pregnant, they sitting there happy, want to touch on her belly. I said, yeah, nigga, fornicate. Did something she ain't had no belly. Shoot, nigga. I don't know what you got to touch on her belly for. That gave me belly. I wish she was pregnant with Leah. Straight up, front of everybody. In the library. That same library room we was in last week. See, I don't know nothing about stuff like that. Because my sister know, nigga, it don't matter because it's little up. Let her do something stupid right now. Shame in front of all y'all. With no hesitation. And she'll know I'll do it. See, y'all don't think I'll do it. She knows I'll do it. Only because I've done it before. Let me finish in Hebrews chapter 12. We will be tomorrow in the multi-purpose public meeting room on the Sabbath at the university. I think that's that room with the chalkboard. Remember when we was in that room with the chalkboard? I think the last time we was in there when we made Josiah mad, he never came back. That one right there to the right. Yeah. Let me finish this so I get y'all out of here. 12 and 8. Hebrews 12 and 8, because it's a quarter to 10. We got to go. He said, but if you be without chastisement, whereof all the partakers in you are bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the fathers of spirits and live? For they truly for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his co-destiny. That's what y'all say back and realize. He rebuked and chastened the Son so we could be partakers with him. Y'all understand that? He said perfect in one, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to take this rebuke, this open rebuke. Instead of me saying I love, because he said, Elohim so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that we might not perish but have eternal life, right? So that means he drove his Son in front of everybody and beat this man and rebuked this man in front of everybody. So his love wasn't secret. His love for Yahshua was manifested before everybody seen. And the love that he had for his Son was not in secret. Because remember, it was kept secret from the foundation of the world. But now it's been made manifest in these last times for you by the law and by the preaching of the prophets and the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. Huh? So you sat back and seen the love the Father had for the Son when he rebuked him openly before us all. Oh man. Don't you know if you commit sin, you ought to get a rebuke? Don't did Hamashiach become sin? So did he get a rebuke? So that means those that sin rebuked before all that others might fear. So because Hamashiach became sin, he rebuked him before everybody that others might fear. Same thing he did with David. David did it in secret. Open rebuke better than secret law. I'm going to rebuke you before everybody that everybody might fear. You know what I'm talking about? Saul did that stuff. He rebuked them before all the others. We could go all through this book with men who did stuff and the Lord rebuked them in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? We could go all through this book where Israel get rebuked before everybody that others might fear. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't realize that though. He said, now no chastening for the present seem to be joy. I know every time I go off OT, I know it don't feel good. But look what he tell him. But grievous. Nevertheless, afterwards it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So come on back and look at Hebrews 5 and 7 again. So when you turn around, if you talk about the storm crying and tears, you know what you do when you get beat. You go to crying. Snot bubbles coming out your nose. He said, who in the days of his flesh, when he offered up prayers and supplications with strong crying and tears unto him that was able to save them from death, and was heard and that he feared. Though he was a son, yet he learned obedience by the things which he suffered. And being made perfect, he became the author of eternal salvation unto all them that obey him. So because he took that rebuke, see, look at Romans chapter 8. I told you, I mentioned that Proverbs 19 about verse 18. You know what I'm saying? It might be 17, somewhere now. When you talk about chasten thy son while there is hope and spare not forth crying. So he said, chasten thy son while there's a chance for faith. See, the son believed. That's why he was able to take this stuff. 8 and 32 book, Epistle of Romans. We'll wrap this show on up. He said, he that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Who shall lay anything to the charge of Elohim's elect? It is Elohim that justifies. Who is he that condemned? It is Hamashiach that died, yea rather, that is risen again, who even is at the right hand of Elohim, who also made intercession for us. This is going back to what we were talking about that blood. That blueness of the womb clears away evil. He brings his blood from the blueness of his womb into the Kodesh Tabernacle in the Shamahim to make what? Atonement for our sins, what? The cleansing from evil. Then we already started in 1 Peter chapter 2 when he said, everybody loves to say, by your stripes we are healed. Everybody loves to say that. You know what I'm saying? But Solomon told you, those same stripes also cleanse away evil. Because Jesus said you return back to the chief shepherd and bishop of your soul, because now you being dead to sins can live under righteousness. So them same wounds, that same affliction, that same beating, you take it so you can die just like he died, but live unto the Kodesh lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where that open rebuke is better than secret love. You got to be understanding that if somebody loves you, they're going to rebuke you before all. That's what they did with the son. That's what the father did with his son. Did he not? Rebuke them before everybody. But you know what? Matter of fact, let's look at Matthew 5:17. We'll stop it right there. Right here at Matthew 5:17. Y'all we'll pick it up a little bit more on the Sabbath. Y'all permit it. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I come not to destroy but to fulfill. For truly I say unto you, till Shamahim and the earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of Shamahim. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of Shamahim. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, you shall in no case enter into the kingdom of Shamahim. Praise ye Yahuwah for Yahusha, HaMashiach, and for the word. Y'all understood all this stuff this evening?